So, good evening and welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Do What You Love webinar. This is obviously a favorite topic of mine. It is my life, it is my passion. This is what I spend all my time doing, doing what I love, as well as helping other people do what they love. So, welcome. Thank you for showing up tonight. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm very, very excited for tonight. Tonight, I want to bust through some blocks. I want to help you create some transformations. I want to really help you gain clarity and inspiration to move forward to doing what you love. So got a really cool presentation in store for you. And just while we wait another couple of minutes, I'd love to hear your intention. So perhaps you can share in the question box, like, why are you showing up tonight? Why are you here? Why are you spending an hour of your time investing in yourself on this topic? What is it that you want to come away with? So, love to hear from you, who you are, where you're from, and why you're here. And of course, I'll share a little bit about me shortly. My intention for tonight is to really, like I said, inspire you, help you really move forward in the path of doing what you love, help you make a difference, help you really get clarity, and help you really just get unstuck or really just move forward from where you are. That is my intention for tonight. So what is yours? I'd love to hear from you. So just a quick welcome to those of you who have just joined: Anastasia, Carla, Gina, Celinda. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've got about 25 people registered for the webinar tonight, so there'll probably be people joining and adding throughout, which is fine, of course. So I asked if you could set your intention. So for those of you just joined, please set your intention. What would you like to take away from this webinar tonight? What would you like to learn tonight? And perhaps before we begin, I'd just like to take a moment to honor the time that we have and honor the space that we have and honor all of you for showing up. So I just want like you just to take a moment, take a deep breath in. And I'd just like you to honor yourself for showing up today. Honor everything that you've accomplished today. Honor where you're at in your life in this moment. Honor all the roles that you're playing in your life. Honor the fears and the struggles that you're currently having in your life. I'd like you to honor your story and what it's taken you in your life to get to where you are. And just take a moment to just really give yourself that pat on the back and give yourself that acknowledgement of everything that you've done in your life, not only to get you here on this webinar, but just to get you to where you are today. Okay, just take a moment just to really give yourself that self-love that you so deserve, and that pat on the back that you so deserve for just simply being who you are. Let's just take a moment to do that. Say thank you to yourself. Thank you to who you are and where you're at and what you've gone through. And take a moment just to call in your higher self into this webinar now. Call in your higher self to let your higher self lead the way in this webinar, so that you may be open and receptive to what you need to learn, to what you need to know, to what you need to understand, to open to the shifts that you need to move you forward tonight. Calling in your higher self. Just take a deep breath in and release. Good. Okay. So let us get started. So guys, tonight, as you know, we're on the Do What You Love webinar. It's an online masterclass. It's going to be an hour long. And on this masterclass, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of the biggest fears and myths that hold people back from doing what they love. All the things that stop people, all the the blocks that I've had in my life, as well as I see in many of my clients' lives. Because once we're able to identify those blocks, then we can bust through them, right? We're also going to be looking at then, once we've looked at the blocks and the fears that are holding us back from doing what we love, we're going to look at 5 steps that you can take to actually move forward to doing what you love, that you can actually progress and take action and achieve doing what you love. Okay, so we're going to bust through some blocks and we're going to get some clarity. Okay, does that sound good? Is everyone happy with that agenda? If you are, can I see a raising of your hand? Awesome. Okay, awesome. People are happy with that. That's good. I'm on the right track. Okay, so a little bit about me. So I'm Tammy Godsall, as many of you know. Many of you are friends of mine, clients of mine, colleagues of mine, supporters of mine, and I just first of all want to honor all of you and just thank you so much for your support over the years, and I just couldn't do what I love without you, so I really, really appreciate you guys from afar and for showing up tonight, so thank you. So I'm Tammy Godsall. I'm a happiness coach, and I help people do what they love for a living. I help people discover who they are, what they love, and why they are here. Okay, so the reason I do this, guys, is because I used to be in the corporate world. I used to be climbing the ladder to success as society defines it. I was at L'Oreal in London for many years, and I was at Inc. 500, fastest growing company, Stellar and Dot, for many years, literally climbing this ladder, doing the daily grind, every day asking myself or saying to myself, here we go again. And while I was achieving a lot, I just felt so stuck, empty, and unfulfilled on the inside. And I didn't know why. And through a journey of many years of self-discovery, of hard work, of getting divorced, of a real sort of life-changing quarter-life crisis that I had 7 years ago, I realized that I didn't know who I was. I didn't know why I was here, and I wasn't doing what I loved. So that's why I embarked on that self-discovery mission to figure it out. And that's why I'm here to serve you guys today, because my life changed dramatically when I went from being in the corporate world to living someone else's dream, to identifying who I was, what I loved, and why I was here, and living my passion. My happiness went through the roof. My fulfillment went through the roof. I started to earn more money. I got married to a new wonderful husband. I moved across the world. So I literally had a massive shift in my life when I showed up to who I'm here to be. And that's the power of what I'm going to be showing you tonight, guys, is that you are all here for a reason. You all showed up on this webinar for a reason. But not only on this webinar for a reason, you're here on this earth for a reason. You have something to offer the world. You have a unique gift. You have something that the world needs, okay? And when you're in action of that gift, you feel alive. You feel on purpose. You feel connected to who you are. And I know this because I've gone through it and I've lived the 2 lives, okay? So like I said, I'm a happiness coach, and how I got to being a happiness coach was during my corporate life, during my time in London, I did a life coaching program over a year, and I coached evenings and weekends, and I did my NLP certification over that time. So sometimes when you want something real bad, you got to work hard for it, right? But it was the best decision that I ever made. So I'm certified by the International Coaching Federation and by the International Trainers Association of NLP. And I have a whole wonderful lifetime of experience that I use to help people, as well as obviously my background in the last 3 years in coaching. So I've had my business 3 years now, and like I said, I'm so, so grateful to have my business and to do what I love. This is my coaching space. This is where I see my clients every day, and I really, really love it. And if you're not there yet in your life, let me tell you, you can get there too. Let me tell you, you are here to wake up, and I'm here to help you do that. Alrighty. So I want to start off with looking at your dream. Okay, what is your dream? What is it that you want more than anything in the world? And what is it that you could do all day for free? Or what do you visualize yourself doing when you're daydreaming or when you lying in bed at night? What is it that you want more than anything? And the reason why I ask what's your dream is because whatever we focus on grows, or whatever we focus on, we create. Okay, so we have to know what it is that we're working towards. We have to know what it is that we want to create and attract into our lives. So you need to get very clear about this. What is it for you? Do you guys know what your dream is? If you do, I'd love to hear it. Write it down in the question box. I'd love to read it out and support you on that dream. If you don't know what your dream is, guys, you're forever going to be pushed and pulled with the currents of life. You're ever going to be swayed by other people's opinions or society's definition of your dream and not your own. Okay, so that's why I asked earlier to call in your higher self to this webinar tonight, because your higher self, your heart, knows what your dream is, knows what you're here to do, it knows what your calling is. So I want you to tap into that and really just get clear on what your dream is. For me, I have a dream and a mission and a vision to help millions of people live their happiest lives, and to wake people up to their light, to wake people up to the sunshine that's within them. Because when I woke up to mine, everything changed. It was like I had been living my life with a blindfold over my eyes. And I want to take that blindfold off for everybody else. So that's my dream. That's what gets me up in the morning. That's what gets me excited and motivated and ready to change the world. What is it for you? And guys, your dream must be your dream. It mustn't be what I think is the thing for you or what I'm doing. It can be a something small or big. It's whatever it is for you, but you have to feel aligned and connected to it. Okay? So take some time, if you haven't done already, to do that. And by the way, on this webinar, I'm going to be moving quickly so that I honor your time tonight. So if you don't get the time you need to do it, I'll send you the recording and you can go over it again. So there's a question there. My dream is to change people's lives while doing my personal fitness and coach training. Amazing. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. That is a beautiful dream. Oh, I love it. High five. Boom. Okay. Love to see some more dreams. Keep the dreams coming. Okay, guys. So what I find, and this is in my life and in my clients' lives, people have dreams. They get really excited about them, and then they get stuck. Then they get blocked. Then they procrastinate on their dreams, then they don't move forward. Okay, and that is because there is fear, there are limiting beliefs, there is old stories that are holding them back from creating and taking hold of their dream. So I want you to look at this diagram in front of you now. The sunshine in the middle there, that is who you are. That is your higher self. That is your heart. That is what you're here to do, okay? That is your calling. That's the core of you, okay? And within that circle, with the sunshine shining out to it, that is your positive personality, okay? So that's all the positive traits that you've learned over your lifetime, okay? So to be compassionate, to be kind, to be courageous, to share with others, to help others. It's all part of your personality, and it's all the things that you've learned to be, okay? And this positive personality supports your calling, and it's in alignment with your calling, okay? So that's great, because the sun and the soul can shine out with that positive personality and make a difference, okay? But the next layer, the outer layer of the circle, is the ego personality, okay? So the ego personality is the one that has all the fears, the blocks, the shame, the resentment, the drama, the anger, the who am I to show up? Who am I to serve? They're going to judge me. That type of thinking and that type of those type of words. So the problem with that circle, with the ego personality, is that it is there to serve us. It is there to protect us and keep us safe. However, sometimes it's a bit extreme, right? And sometimes we actually don't need to be that protected anymore. We don't need to hear that we can't do it and that we must be scared. We actually need to bust through that old school thinking and those old stories and those old limiting beliefs. So what's happening is you've got your soul shining out with your calling. You've got your positive personality ready to make the difference you want to make. And it's being shelled in by the ego and the fears and the old school thinking that's blocking it. So you might shine out a little bit and then you get held back. And then you take another step and you get held back. And then you're like, oh, I just feel I can't move forward. I feel stuck. And that's because of this outer shell. So guys, the goal is to bust through this shell, okay? We want to take away that outer layer of the ego personality. And when we hear it talking to us, when we hear it saying, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, who are you to serve? Who are you to show up? We want to say, thank you, ego. Thank you for looking after me. Please, you can take a step back. You can take a seat. I've got this. I've got this. Okay, so you honor it, you thank it, and then you move forward despite the fear, despite the ego, despite the old school stories, okay? Because you will not achieve your goals and dreams, and you won't be able to do what you love if you listen to the ego and you listen to the fears. And I know this because I have them, and I talk, and I get them all the time, and mine held me back for 20 years of my life. Okay. And that's what we're going to be looking at now. We're going to be looking at the 5 blocks or 5 biggest fears or causes that hold people back from doing what they love. The first one is, I'm not good enough. Okay. And this one is particularly, I know this one particularly well because I had it for 20 years. And to be honest, I still have it, but now I recognize it and I'm very aware of it. So when it shows up, I'm able to quieten it down very quickly. And I know that there's no truth in it, okay? Whereas before, I used to believe it like it was the truth. So the thing is it doesn't matter if these beliefs are true or false. It matters is, are they useful or detrimental to you? Are they serving you or not? So my belief of not being good enough came from the age of 7, when I was told that I was stupid by my grade 7 teacher, or my grade 2 teacher. I wasn't particularly academic at school. I didn't have good maths grades, or I wasn't particularly good at numbers. And I was called stupid by my teacher. And at the time, I don't remember it being a big deal, but it became my story. It became something that I lived my life by, and it became something that I tried to hide for so long. So I would try to be this person who was super fun and interesting and sporty and dynamic and popular and confident on the outside, but on the inside, I was trying to cover up this fear and this limiting belief of I'm not good enough and I'm not smart enough. And I tried to make up for it. And this also showed up in my career in a way that I worked so hard. I worked long hours, evenings, weekends to prove that I was good enough, to prove that I was smart enough, always trying to prove. When in reality, I am good enough and I am smart enough, and so are you. Okay, all that's happening was I was believing conditioning from the age of 7. And maybe even before that. So guys, where is this showing up in your life, if it is? Where do you feel not good enough or not smart enough in your life or in your career, or when you think of your dream? How is this stopping you? And what I want you to do is I want you to reframe it, okay? So I've reframed mine from I'm not smart enough and I'm not good enough to I have all the intelligence I need to be successful. And I have all the intelligence to do what I love and do very well at it. Okay, so I started to tell a new story. I started to to look in the mirror every day for years, and I just said, I am good enough. I am intelligent. I have what it takes to be successful. So I want you guys to write the opposite statement of this. Write what you need to believe instead of what you believe in, okay? If it's not serving you, of course. You might not have this problem, but from my experience, many clients of mine say, well, I'm not enough, okay? But let me tell you, you are. You just need to reframe the old story. All right, let's look at the next one. I don't know enough. Okay, so this is a big one. I'm a course junkie. I love to learn, and I love to do courses and online programs and have coaches, and being a coach myself, I love to have my own coach. And the thing is, that is good. I'm a big advocate for learning and development, and it's literally changed my life. However, when you are excessively trying to learn more, or just need that extra book, or you just need that extra course, and then you'll do what you love, or you'll just need this and then you'll start, that's the problem. Okay, that's the problem when you're using it as a block. You're using it as something to stop you from moving forward. Because all this is fear. Is I don't know enough. I'm not qualified enough. I don't have all the skills yet. I just need to do one more degree. I just need to do one more course. But guys, I'm here to tell you, the moment your head lifts off the pillow, you have everything you need. Okay? You, where you are right now, have everything you need to start. Everything you need to begin. Everything you need to help people. Okay, so you have life credibility. You have stories of healing. You have stories of transformation. You have a voice. Okay, so I'm not saying don't go and learn and do things, but do what you need to do and then start. Okay, so for me, for my coaching, I did my course. My coaching course, I was a qualified coach, and I was like, no, I just need one more thing. I just need to get my NLP practitioner. So I did that. No, I just need one more thing. I need to get my quantum touch, and then I'll be able to heal people, and then that'll be good. Oh, no, I just need to do B school with Marie Forleo so that I can, build the business. So I was constantly hiding behind all these courses and qualifications because I didn't feel enough. I didn't feel like I knew enough. Guys, you are enough. You know enough. Start with where you are. Start with what you have. Okay. How do I transition from one career to another? Okay. So many people have this problem because they're in the corporate world, they're in a job that they're not enjoying, but it's paying the bills, and they don't know how to make that transition because they don't want to have that sort of period of insecurity. So guys, I would like you to have a plan. Okay, so I'm not an advocate for quitting a job tomorrow and announcing to the world, I'm doing what I love and this is my business, because everything needs a process. Okay, so when I wanted to be a coach, when I wanted to change people's lives, I made a decision to do it, and I enrolled in a coaching program over a year, and I worked evenings and weekends while I was working full-time. Okay, so I had a plan and I transitioned slowly. Okay, if you can transition quickly, that's amazing. But if you are struggling to figure out how to do that, just take one step. What's one step that you can make or that you can take to move towards building your do what you love business, to building your passion? Okay, what's one, perhaps you need to get a coach, perhaps you need a friend to mentor you through the process, perhaps you need to read a book on how to do that, but start doing it slowly. And I would say do it for free for a period of time. So for example, when I first started coaching. I just did free coaching. I just did hundreds of hours of free coaching because I was transitioning, okay? And I didn't have it all figured out, but I just showed up, okay? So confidence comes from doing. So you want to be doing, you want to be taking action, you want to be showing up, okay? So I want you to share, or I want you to think about what's one action that I can take to begin the transition process, okay? What clarity do you need to make that happen? Start to think about that now. And this one, who am I to do this? I love this quote by Marianne Williamson. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will feel insecure around you. Okay, she also has a quote that says, I can't remember now, but it's like, who am I to be beautiful, to be, it's like to be beautiful, to be honorable and important, but who are you not to be? Okay, you are here for a reason. You have a thumbprint that is so unique that no one else has it. You are here to put your stamp on the world. The world needs you. The world needs your story. The world needs your light. The world needs your gift. Okay, so you are here because the world needs you. So if you don't do what you love, if you don't let your gift shine out, you are robbing people of inspiration. You're robbing people of healing. You are not helping yourself or the world. You can help thousands of people, whether you're an architect or a mathematician or a coach or a health, someone in personal training. Like, you and your gift is needed in the world. So I want you to start, again, looking in the mirror and saying, I'm here to make a difference. I'm here because the world needs what I have. I'm here because I have a gift. Okay, start believing in that gift. Start believing in that sunshine. So here's an example. Okay, so if you imagine the sun, the earth moves. So basically, we would not exist without the sun. Okay, the sun is what keeps us alive. It's what keeps the earth moving and the earth alive. Okay, so that's the same with you. You are here because you have a light. You have a gift that's here to make a difference, just like the sun is making the difference for all of us. That's what you're doing on this earth. Okay, so start showing up to that. And how do I make money? Okay, so I want you to start to think about some of your money stories or your money beliefs or the mentality that you have around money. So for many years, I had this belief of lack and of there's not enough to go around. And there's so many coaches out there, and who's going to pay me? Okay, so again, coming back to that last one, who am I? So I had to do a lot of work on my money beliefs, on abundance. And the biggest thing, guys, that's going to get the money flowing to you is appreciation for where you are, for who you are, and for what you already have. So when you feel abundant, abundance finds you. Okay, so I would literally go around my house every day saying, oh my gosh, I live in this beautiful home. I have this beautiful office. I have this laptop that allows me to serve more people. I have these wonderful clients. I have beautiful hair and a healthy body. And I just would say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd be so grateful and appreciative for the abundance. Guys, appreciation is a boomerang. So what you put out there and what you're grateful for will come back to you. So I want you, first of all, to look at your money beliefs. Start being grateful and appreciative for what you have and where you are. And the third thing is, guys, when you do what you love, when you're in action of who you are and your passion, your gifts, you put your heart and soul into it. You work the hours you need to work. Your energy is vibrating abundance. Your energy is contagious, okay? And that is also what will help you propel to make more money. So I haven't had to try too hard to make money in my business because I freaking love what I do. Okay. People can see that with me. They feel it and they say, I want what you have and I want you to help me get it. And that naturally attracts people to me. So I don't sell to people. I share my story. I share my gift. I share my passion. And that's what makes me money. I also had a client say to me the other day, it's not honorable to charge people for what she was doing. So she was like a health practitioner, but like uh, in a medicinal way. So people would buy the products from her, but she didn't want to charge for the consultation because she was like, no, but they're already paying for the products. But she was spending an hour with them, giving her value, giving her story, giving her knowledge, which she took 30 years to build up. And it took a couple of sessions for her to realize her worth. Because guys, behind money is actually your worth. So I want you to know that you are worthy of charging for the gift that you have. You are worthy of your life experience and your life credibility. Okay. The earth school that you have been going to and the spiritual assignments that you've been on are worth charging for because you've had to work hard for them. Okay. And something else about money, guys, is it's about intuition as well. It's what do you intuitively feel that is comfortable for you. So with me, I have a number that I charge, and that for me is intuitively feels right. It's maybe cheaper than what other people charge. It's maybe more expensive than what other people charge, but that number feels right to me. Okay. So it's really about tuning in with your money story, tuning in with those beliefs and about your worth. And guys, just getting on the passion train, because when you're on that train, people will flock to you because of the gift that you're offering. Okay, guys, so those are the 5 myths or 5 blocks that are most common that show up with my clients in my business. And the 5 also that held me back in many ways for so long. By the way, sorry, one last thing on the money is you might have to take a knock for a period of time. Okay, I'm not saying that you have to do this, but with me, after I quit my job, I traveled around the world for a year and I moved back home to Zimbabwe. I stayed with my parents while I was getting on my feet, while I was starting my business. Okay, I did free coaching for the first month. And then in my second month, where I actually started my business, I earned $300. From earning $3,000 a month to $300, it was a big difference. But the difference was I was like, this is it. I feel alive. I feel aligned. I feel on purpose. It's just going to get better from here on in. And it did. So that 300 went back up to even past what I was earning in the corporate world. So just know that in the beginning, it might be difficult while you get on your feet, but let me tell you, it is so worth it in the long run. Okay. So those are the 5 blocks or myths that I've experienced in my business and my clients and in my life. Perhaps there's some that you've experienced that I haven't mentioned. Is there any blocks or fears that are holding you back? Let me know in the question box, and perhaps I can address it now, or I can address it at the end in the Q&A. Just check the time. Okay, good. We're on track. So guys, yeah, just make a note of that, because I'd love to actually help you with your fears and your blocks. All right, so are you happy? If you are, awesome. Keep going, keep doing what you're doing. If you're not, if there's an area of your life you're struggling with, if you know that you have something more to give, but you just don't know what it is, then change something. So guys, I have so many clients that come to me that say, Tam, I'm just not feeling happy. I'm just not feeling fulfilled. I'm just not aligned. I just don't know what to do. So I said, well, what have you tried so far? And they said, well, I haven't changed. I haven't tried anything. So guys, you actually have to take action. You have to move forward. You have to change something. Those blocks that I just mentioned, you have to work on them. You got to work on your fears, work on moving past, do the mirror work. That's how change happens, is by taking action. Okay, so if you have any of those blocks that I've mentioned, or if you have any of your own, what are you doing about them? It's time to change it. Okay, I want you to write down one action that you need to take to change the blocks or the fears that are holding you back, and what that one action is. All right, now let's move on. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. What do you want? What do you want for your life? What's that dream that we spoke about in the beginning? So guys, for me, I want to feel fulfilled every day. I want to feel happy, and I want to do what I love. And that's what I put up on my vision board. That's what I put up. That's what I'm focusing on. And every single day I focus on that. Okay. And that's what I'm creating. But you got to know what you want. Okay. In order for you to do what you love, you have to know what you want. You have to have that clarity, and you have to know how you want to feel. So a lot of doing what you love is also about feeling. It's how do you want to feel in the world? How do you want to feel in yourself? Really important to get clear on this. Okay. So I'm going to be giving you 5 steps now, 5 questions that you can take to move forward to do what you love. The first one is, what are you good at? And I love this quote. The person born with a talent they are meant to use will find their greatest happiness in using it. So guys, like I've mentioned multiple times already, you have a gift. You have something that the world needs. What is it? What do people come to you for? What do people tell you that you're good at? What are your superpowers? What is it that you love to do as a child? What are the fun things that you loved when you were little? What were you good at school? What is obvious to you that's not obvious to other people? Okay, so for me, the things that I'm good at, I'm great with people. I love people. I can make people feel very comfortable. I can be very dynamic and open and inspiring to people. I can very easily get along with anyone, okay? I naturally have this people person type of gift that serves me very well in my coaching business and in my speaking business. I'm also good at speaking. I love to speak and do public speaking gigs. I'm also very good at identifying, like when a client's with me, I'm very good at identifying what's blocking them and how to get the clarity and the thread out of that so that they can move forward. So I've spent many, many years figuring out what I'm good at, okay? And this is where you need to start. It starts with your uniqueness, your gifts, the things that people come to you for. People come to me to be listened to, for inspiration, for motivation, for clarity. Why do they come to you? What you're good at matters, and it's why you're here. And when you're in action of what you're good at is when you will find your greatest happiness. Okay? Very, very important. I want you to make a list of at least 20 things that you are good at. And if you can't come up with 20 things, just write the same things, right? Get advice from other people. Just find out what it is that you're good at. Because this is part of doing what you love. It's no point in doing what you love if it's something that you're not good at, okay? Because it's going to be hard and difficult then. All right. The second one is, what is your story? What is your life cred? What is the spiritual assignments and the earth school dramas that you've been on in your life? So for me, I've got so many stories I've been through, from the being told I was stupid at age 7 to my dad having an affair when I was 15, and to my parents divorcing, to myself divorcing at age 25 when my husband left me for someone else 3 weeks after I got married. I've got my story of losing my dad in 2016. Suddenly, overnight, he was just there 1 minute and gone the next. And all of these experiences, guys, all of these difficult times, these struggles made a mark on my life. And when I say a mark, I don't mean a negative thing. I mean made me who I am today. They taught me something. They were gifts. Okay, so my stories, even my most difficult ones, have become my greatest teachers and my greatest healers, because with my stories, I was able to wake up. I was able to to realize things that I might not have realized if I hadn't gone through that suffering or those difficult times. And I was able to then serve others with that. Okay, so perhaps Chris Carr, for example, she has incurable cancer, and she turned that into her business of making a difference, doing what she loves, through helping people eat clean, eat healthy, exercise, and really look after themselves. Okay, so she used her difficult experience to really serve the world. Another example could be when I was a teenager, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I was good at. I didn't know who I was. No one was there to help me and support me. My dad just told me to go and do marketing because that's what business people did. And I want to change that. So I want to help teenagers and kids now start to follow their sunshine at a young age, or start to at least ask the questions. So I want to start to change the framework. So me having that struggle when I was a teenager, not knowing who I was and what I wanted to do, has now allowed me to go back and make that difference. The same with my divorce. Now I can help people heal from divorce and breakups and pain, because I've gone through it myself, and I realized the most important thing through all of that is self-love. So guys, your story is there to serve you. Your story is there to teach you something, and it's there to serve others. So I want you to make a list of all the stories that you've experienced in your life, all the pain, the heartache, the difficulties, the struggles, the good and the bad, because I've got many good stories. Like when I was 7 years old, my dad used to, or from 7 till 10 years old, my entire junior school career was in the car every day with my dad making me shout, "I'm happy, I'm healthy, and I will be successful," at the top of my lungs every day. And I tell that to teachers now who get their nursery school kids to shout that at the top of their lungs. So my positive story has made a positive impact, but my negative stories have also made a positive impact. Okay, so your story is what heals. So your wounds is where the light enters you, or your wound can become your wisdom. So I can't stress this point enough. And you might be wondering why you're looking at a Kung Fu Panda on the screen. And that's because, guys, in the movie The Kung Fu Panda, the dragon scroll apparently has the secret ingredient, the secret to success, the secret to all the powers of the world. So finally, when Kung Fu Panda, I think his name was Po, I can't remember, opens it, he sees a reflection of himself. He sees himself. Okay. So guys, your secret is simply to tune in to yourself, to see yourself for who you really are. Believing in yourself is the secret ingredient, and believing in your story, and the fact that you have value to offer from it is powerful. Okay. So your experience is your greatest teacher. Know that more than anything else. Okay. I love this quote. Sometimes the bad things happen in our lives to put us directly on the path to the best things that will ever happen to us. So again, with my divorce, as difficult as it was at the time, it woke me up. It taught me about self-love. It taught me about healing. It taught me about forgiveness. It taught me about compassion. It taught me so much. And I wouldn't change it if I had to live it over again. And the same thing with my dad's death. My dad's death, I call it in a way that he gave me a gift of suffering. So I literally woke up in that process. It was like I had been living my life in my ego, in my head for so long. And it was like when he died, my heart woke up and I had this like spiritual awakening. So as much as I would still want my dad around, his death really became a gift to me. So what are your gifts from your story? Question 3. What is it that you love? What is your passion? What is it that makes you feel alive? What could you do all day for free? Okay, what if you had to start a TV show tomorrow and you had to do it, what would this TV show be on? Or if you had to write a book, what would you write the book about? Or when do you feel in flow? What gives you energy? So for me, I love doing this. I love speaking. I love coaching. I love training. I love being in front of people, lighting them up, getting the sunshine out of them, because I can see it in everyone and I know that it's there, and I just wish I could just unlock all the hearts of everyone. So I love it. I love learning and personal development. That is, if I could just learn and read all day, I definitely would do a lot more of that. I love to meditate because I love tuning in and really connecting with who I am and the wisdom that I have within. I love my baby dog, Zessa, and I love nature. I love hiking and walking and just being outside. And I love travel and adventure. I love my husband, as you can see. So guys, these are the things that I love, my passions. My passions is learning, helping people, and personal development. Those are my main passions, okay? If I do those, I feel alive. What is it for you? What is it that makes you feel alive? Because when you're in action of your passion, guys, that is when you're at your happiest. So passion plus action equals a purposeful life. And that is the key to happiness. When you're in action of what it is that makes you feel alive, when you're in action of your passion, you lead a purposeful life. So every single day I wake up feeling freaking amazing on purpose, because I get to have this life. Like, it's so cool. And you can do it too. What is it that you love? Okay. And it's not to say that I don't have days where I lie in bed, or days when I'm not feeling well, or days where I'm not motivated. I'm a human, right? But 90% of the time, I'm pretty darn excited about my life. And that's how you feel when you connect it to your passion. So what is it for you? Guys, I've got some talks coming up, some live events, some live talks, and I'm going to be giving you 20 questions on finding your passion. So 20 questions to really draw out the passion from within you. But your higher self knows it already. Your soul knows it already. You just got to let it lead the way. All right. The fourth question. Oh, here's a challenge for you guys. Make a creativity board. So on this board, you put everything that inspires you, everything you're curious about, things that are fun to you, things that make you happy, that give you energy and meaning, things that make you excited. So when I did this, I literally focused on it every day because it was right in front of me, and I started to manifest more of it into my life. So it's a really fun exercise. I'm sure you've heard of it before, vision board or creativity board. Go and do it. It's a really great exercise to do with kids as well. So give it a go. All right, what does the world need? Okay. What are the problems that you see in the world? What are the issues that you feel strongly about? What is it that makes you really angry? Or what is it that makes you really sad? What would you change if you were the president or the queen? What would you do if you had millions of dollars to give away and you couldn't spend it on yourself? What does the world need from your perspective? So from my perspective, people need to wake up to who they are and to what they love. People need to do what they're passionate about because that's why they're here. From my perspective, the world needs people to heal. From my perspective, the world needs more kindness and compassion and more people helping others. So that's why I'm doing this. So I've taken my passions and what the world needs and I've married it together, which has created my purpose, okay? What is it for you? I'm also really passionate about the environment and animals. And I have events monthly here in Cape Town that the 100% of the proceeds go to the dog home called Dog. So I give back in ways that I see what's needed in the world. And that's the beauty of doing what you love, is that you can make a difference and you can help people where you see it's needed most. So what is it for you? What is my unique contribution? Remember at the beginning, guys, I said you have something unique. You have your own unique thumbprint. You have a sunshine within you that no one else has. You have life created that no one else has. You have a story that no one else has. That is your uniqueness. That is your gift. That is why you're here. You're here to contribute that. Okay? So for example, I've taken my gift of being with people, of helping people, of listening, of inspiring others. That's my gift. Okay, I've taken that, my uniqueness, and I'm contributing it in a way that makes me feel alive. I'm contributing it in a way that it serves my passions and it serves others. So I'm doing it in a way that's speaking to people, coaching people, writing blogs, and therefore I'm feeling alive and I'm helping others at the same time. So what is it for you? What is your uniqueness and how are you contributing that? What is your unique contribution that you're giving to the world? Okay, so this is essentially like the theme. What are you good at? What do you love? What is your story? What does the world need? And how are you contributing that all? Okay, this is the key to doing what you love. It's taking who you are, taking what you love, and making a difference with it. Simple as that. Guys, hard work is a prison sentence only if it does not have meaning. So I work really hard. I work long hours. I work weekends sometimes, but it doesn't feel like work. It feels like I'm alive because I love it so much. It gives me meaning. So when you do what you love, you feel on purpose. You have value and meaning. Okay. So if you're stuck in the corporate world, working for someone else's dream, and you don't have meaning, you've got two options. Bring your passion into work, start to be who you really are at work and let your passion shine out, or set up a process and a plan to begin that transition. Okay, start to begin to get clear on what it is now so that you can start to do what you love. Guys, most people go from the cradle to the cubicle to the casket, never discovering what their true passions are, never doing what they love, never letting their uniqueness out in the world. And that's why you're here tonight. You're here to wake up so that you don't have to go to the end of your life with your music still in you, with your gifts still untouched and untapped. Okay? I believe in you more than anything, and I believe in this message more than anything because it changed my life. Okay, so don't let this be for you. So lastly, just rounding up, guys, what is the secret to happiness? And this is actually comes from a TED Talk, which is, I will send to you in the follow-up email. But the secret to happiness basically is called earned success. And what earned success is that you feel like you're trading your time and your life for something meaningful. You're trading your time and your life for something of value. Okay, so for example, they did a study where there was like the person earning minimum wage and then someone earning millions of dollars. And they had the same level of happiness if they felt like they were contributing and doing something meaningful and valuable with their time. And the same with education. They had lowest educated people to Harvard educated PhD types, same level of happiness if they felt like they were doing something valuable with their life. So guys, no matter what you do, make it meaningful and make it valuable for you. Okay? Because that is the secret to happiness. So, where to from here, guys? It is up to you. The choice is yours. It is in your hands, okay? If you guys want to go deeper into doing what you love, if you want more of what you've heard today, if you want hundreds more questions on how to figure it out and you want to hear more, then I am doing some live events in Harare coming up in June and in Cape Town towards the end of June on the 23rd that you're welcome to join me on. In these events, that I really go deep. I really do. I give a real transformational self-discovery experience. We do some meditation. We do a lot of exercises. We do a lot of soul searching. So they're really, really valuable events, and they cost next to nothing. So they're really, really worth coming along to if you feel that you need more and if you want to go deeper. Okay. If you're not in Harare or in Cape Town, I do online stuff all the time. And of course, I am a coach, so you can reach out and I can help you. I would love, I always do a free 1-hour consultation with all potential clients in case I can help serve anyone, or in case, always to see if we're a right fit. But I'm more than happy to help you move forward from where you are in a free consult if you're not in Harare or Cape Town, or if you can't attend the events. So please feel free to look at that. Just a quick question. So in Cape Town, it'll be at the Forum Embassy Hill in Constantia. So I'll send all that in the follow-up email, Carla. So it's in Constantia at Embassy Hill. It's a beautiful venue. It's the old Dutch embassy. So it's just this beautiful, expansive venue. It's really, really transformational space. There's refreshments. You're going to be getting workbooks. So it's going to be really, really a special day, a special time. But guys, where to from here? If you're not going to come to the event, or if you don't want coaching, please take action towards your dream. Please work on yourself. Work towards doing what you love. Work on the questions I've given you tonight. Work on busting through those blocks. If you want to sign up to my newsletter, it's free. I send it out every Wednesday each week, or every Thursday each week, so I can add you guys on to just make sure that you keep on track. But you have a gift and the world needs that gift. So make sure that you continue to contribute and you continue to be an action of who you are. So guys, any questions? I'd like to open up the webinar to questions. And just while you think of the questions, what we covered today was 5 blocks that are holding us back. Okay, so those blocks were: I'm not good enough. Who am I to serve? How will I transition? How will I make money? And I'm not qualified enough, or I don't know enough. Okay, so those are the most common blocks. And then we looked at 5 questions to help you move forward, which was: what am I good at? What is my story? What do I love? What does the world need? And what is my unique contribution? So that's what we covered in the webinar today. I will be sending you this recording, so you can check it out afterwards. But I want you guys right now to write down an action. I want you to write down one action that you're going to take today as a result of what you've learned. Okay, what is the one action? And I would love you to share that action with me now in the question box if you feel called to do that. What's the one action that you're going to take as a result of listening in today's webinar? Okay, and I'd also love to know, what is the greatest takeaway that you got from tonight? What's the one key lesson or key learning or the nugget of wisdom that you took away from tonight? I would love to hear your actions and what you took away from tonight. Amazing. Awesome, Gina. Thank you so much for sharing that. To believe in myself. I love it. Thank you. What else, guys? What are your actions, and what is one lesson or takeaway that you've got from listening in on this webinar tonight? And also, I'm opening up to questions now. What questions do you have for me? Where are you at? What do you need help with? Awesome, Carla. Creativity board. Yes, and it's super fun. by the way, guys, the universe works fast when you're having fun. So the more fun that you have in how you're creating your passion and how you are doing what you love, the faster that it will come to you, the faster you'll create those opportunities. So have fun with it. Awesome, Carla. Thank you. Okay, so Christine says to do more self-work and to believe in myself. Awesome. So got that theme coming across there. Okay, awesome. Guys, here's another note. Many people make the mistake of working harder on their jobs than they do on themselves. When you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. So work hard on yourself, and your job and your passion will take care of itself. Okay, so work hard on yourself. Awesome. What else, guys? What other questions, comments, actions do you have? I have got plenty of time for you. Anything else? Who wants to come to my event? Who's going to come to the Do What You Love in Cape Town and in Harare? Let's see some hands or some yeses. Guys, it's really a no-brainer, right? It's like it's very reasonable, life-changing venues, and it's going to be a real amazing deep dive into more of what you've learned today. Awesome. Awesome. Great. Well, I look forward to seeing you there, guys. Okay, so I want to end off on this mantra, which is my dad. My dad taught me this mantra. So as I said, he made me shout at the top of my lungs every day for 10 years. So I want you to say to yourself, okay, let's set it up first. Okay, so first of all, I want you to give yourself a pat on the back for being here tonight. I want you to say thank you to yourself for showing up. Okay. And I want you then to say the mantra, okay? You can say it as quietly or as loud as you like, but louder is better. But you can say, I'm happy, I'm healthy, and I will be successful. And I will do what I love. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, guys. So if there isn't any other questions or if there isn't anything else to share, then I will love and leave you all. I'll just hang out for another couple minutes just to check if anyone's got any questions. Okay, here's a takeaway. Awesome. I have to feel empowered and less fearful now to take the next steps. I know now I'm not the only one who has those same 5 fears. I'm burning away the ego blocks and with those rays of sunshine. Awesome. Awesome. High five, Carla. Boom. That's so cool. I'm so glad you feel more empowered. I'm so glad that you are ready to move forward and take action. I'm so happy for you. Awesome. I love that. Thanks, Celinda. Awesome. We'll see you in Harare, definitely. And Christine, more tools as usual and to stop living in the ego. Awesome. Yes, Christine, good one. All right, guys. Well, I just want to say to all of you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you special sunshines, you beautiful people. I love you. And thank you for showing up. Thank you for doing what you love and making a difference to others. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gina. I feel the way Carla does, and I'm so glad I got some time to spend with you. See you in Harare. Awesome. Thank you, Gina. That's awesome. Look forward to it. Amazing. Alrighty. Well, thank you, my sunshines. If no one else has any questions, then see you in Harare, Kirsten. Awesome. See you there. Cool. So guys, if you have any questions, you're welcome to email me at info@thehappinessconsultancy.com, or reach out on Facebook at Tammy Godsoul. I'm here to support you guys. If you want a free consult, just reach out to me. Listen, this is my thing, okay? I'm here to serve you. I'm here to make a difference. I'm here to help you. So I'm here for you guys no matter what, okay? Good luck on your journey ahead. I wish you all the best, and I'm just sending you lots of light and love your way. Awesome, Lene. Thank you so much. I'll look forward to your email. Thank you so much for showing up. Awesome people. So special. All right, lovelies. Well, enjoy your Thursday evening. Have a wonderful weekend ahead. And I look forward to seeing some magic come from all of you in the future. Cool. Lots of love, my friends. Take care.